Zhang Fei was a mighty warrior, but he had a terrible temper. When he was drunk, his anger was even worse, and he often beat his soldiers. After Zhang Fei learned that his second brother Guan Yu had been killed by Sun Quan, his temper became even worse. One day he ordered his subordinates Fan Jiang and Zhang De to make 30,000 sets of white flags and white armor within 3 days. The army planned to wear them as symbols of mourning when they fought against Eastern Wu. The next day, the two generals, Fan Jiang and Zhang De, entered the camp and told Zhang Fei, "The white flags and white armor cannot be made in time. We need more time." Zhang Fei was furious and shouted, "I want to avenge my brother. I wish I could go to Sun Quan's territory tomorrow. How dare you disobey my orders?" He ordered the soldiers to tie the two men to a tree and beat each of them 50 times on the back. After the beating, he pointed at the two men and said, "You must finish everything by tomorrow. If you miss the deadline, I will kill you both as an example." The two men were beaten until their mouths were full of blood. When they returned to the camp to discuss their situation, Fan Jiang said, "We were beaten today. How can we prepare everything? This man is as violent as fire. If we don't get everything ready tomorrow, we'll both be killed." Zhang De said, "Instead of being killed by him, I might as well kill him." Fan Jiang said, "It's just that there is no way to get close to him." Zhang De said, "If we aren't meant to die, he'll be drunk tonight. If we are, he won't be drunk." The two men made a plan. That night Zhang Fei got drunk again and went to bed in his tent. Fan and Zhang, who had heard the news, each carrying a sharp knife, entered the tent and killed Zhang Fei. That night they took Zhang Fei's head and fled to Eastern Wu. The story of Zhang Fei's death teaches several lessons. 1. Zhang Fei's violent temper ultimately led to his downfall. His inability to control his anger, especially when fueled by alcohol, caused him to make unreasonable demands and treat his subordinates cruelly. This created resentment and eventually led to his own downfall. 2. A good leader inspires and motivates his followers, not brutalizes them. Zhang Fei's leadership style relied on fear and punishment, which created an environment of distrust and resentment. This ultimately led to his betrayal by his own men. 3. If Zhang Fei had been more understanding of Fan Jiang and Zhang Da's difficulties and given them more time, the outcome would have been different. Open communication and understanding between leaders and followers are crucial to a successful army. 4. If you struggle with anger, I hope you will be inspired by Zhang Fei's story. Remember, peace is always better than conflict. Temper control is key if you want things to go smoothly. No one wants to live or work with someone who lets anger control them.
单字 mighty 强大的巨大的 adjective very large, powerful, or important. Subordinate 下属 noun a person who has a less important position than you in an organization. Mourning 哀悼 noun great sadness felt because someone has died. Avenge 替报仇 verb to do harm to or punish the person responsible for something bad done to you or your family or friends in order to achieve a fair situation. Disobey 违抗 verb to refuse to do something that you are told to do. Downfall 衰败垮台 noun something that causes the usually sudden destruction of a person, organization, or government and their loss of power, money, or health. Brutalize 残忍对待 verb to treat someone in a cruel and violent way. Hot-tempered 脾气暴躁的易怒的 Hot-tempered means someone gets angry very easily.